We are standing in the center of Saint Dunstans Basilica. It's the fourth church on this site, the second stone cathedral. First cathedral was burned in 1908 and completed, the new cathedral was completed in 1913 and been since then known as Saint Dunstans Basilica. Cathedral first, and then in 1939 I believe it became a basilica, which is a title of honor. People will ask, what's the difference between a cathedral and a basilica? Well, the cathedral is the bishop's church, and then it's a basilica because it's a title of honor. And it was given to this church because of its architectural design, and it was a beautiful place for God. And a basilica means, the title means a house for a king or a royal house. We're very proud of it, actually. We're in the midst of restoring it. We've spent $7.5 million so far, and we need probably another $3 million to complete the job, and then to continue to maintain it. The stone for this building came from Miramichi in New Brunswick. The columns themselves, people think, are made of solid marble, but it's a material, scagliola, I think it's called, and it's sand and other materials poured into forms and with paint and so on, and it made the lower parts you see are marble, the pinkish color. The church is a steel frame, and there are steel columns going up inside all of those. It's 57.5 feet from where we're standing to the ceiling, and the tower outside is 200 feet. Wow. The nature of a Gothic church is to have you, when you come into it, you're drawn to the center, and then you look up. They look up to God. And the vaulted ceiling and the angels are a reminder of really heaven. And in the sanctuary behind me you see the reredos with the images of saints there. So it's a reminder of the church here on earth, us, church militant we call it, and the church triumphant in heaven, all the angels and saints that are our companions in this life too, and praying for us, and the cheering section of us. So it's a reminder that the church itself is a reflection of heaven. That's why they tried to build it beautiful and something that would raise people's minds to God and hearts. The rose window up here in the center of the church up top came from Austria. It was created before the First World War, and they couldn't bring it over until after the First World War. It's at least 12 or 14 feet.
Wow.
I was standing up there one day, but
I see a lot of angels around us. How many angels are we surrounded by?
I've never counted them, but they tell me there are 300 in here, and they're everywhere. You know, you can see them on the lights, on the ceiling, in the sanctuary. There are a lot of angels there, and they're just everywhere you look. See here on the columns. The first bishop of the diocese, Bishop Angus MacEachran, when he arrived here, there were no roads. He was the only priest in the whole diocese for a long time. And to get around, he had a horse and a little boat, probably 6 feet long, that he carried his mass kit in. And he would, when he would come to a little stream or a river, he would take the horse across, and then he would go back across the stream himself and take the boat with the mass kit in it, because, of course, that was quite a precious article for him to have, and he didn't want to get it wet, so this is what the boat was mainly used for. And he used it to cross the ice in the winter and the rivers in the summer, and it's still here in the church. We're standing in the North Tower of Saint Dunstans Basilica, overlooking Great George Street Inns.
right there, and you can see the Hillsborough River, and off in the distance the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, and all over Charlottetown, really.
So I'm sure this isn't open to the public very often.
No. You're the first one.
Well, I appreciate it.
We're up about 100 feet above the ground.
The doors are open at 8 in the morning until 5 in the evening, and they're very much open to whoever wants to come in and visit and pray. And nearly everyone that comes up Great George Street stops in for a visit, and they're always very welcome. And you can tell by the nature of the church, because you look up and you see the vaulted ceiling, and although it's big, it'll seat over 1,000 people. It sort of wraps itself around you and makes you feel rather at home. It's one of the treasures that we have in the city. It's probably as much visited as Province House. In 1990, the Basilica was named a National Historic Site because of its significance architecturally and historically for the province and for the country. I'm Father Danny Wilson. I'm the rector here at Saint Dunstans Basilica in Charlottetown.